It is now my pleasure to introduce our Speaker of the Hour, Secretary J. Charles Johnson. Secretary Johnson was nominated by President Barack Obama and was sworn in as the fourth Secretary of the United States Department of Homeland Security, December 23, 2013. In this position, Secretary Johnson deals with high-level counterterrorism issues and national security protocols. This remarkable achievement follows many others in his stellar legal career in both the public and the private sectors. A Morehouse man, Secretary Johnson received the baccalaureate degree in 1979 and earned his Juris Doctorate degree from Columbia School of Law in 1982. Much is said and written about our Secretary, but I want to say something to you that is not in your printed program. I have been participating in commencement activities many years, but this year, for the first time, we had a commencement speaker who asked if he could come to campus and meet and spend some time with students. And that is worthy of a round of applause. Go right ahead. And so he came to the University of the District of Columbia, sat and had lunch and talked and engaged. He asked students about their experience at the University of the District of Columbia. He asked them about their future plans and things that were on their minds going forward. And this was very unique. And I thank you, Mr. Secretary, for doing that. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is, and I'm going to present once again our distinguished speaker, Secretary J. Johnson, Secretary of Homeland Security. Give him a real Firebird welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. Dr. Lyons, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the faculty, graduates, most of all, the people who helped to get you here, your family who is out there. Give them a hand, please. Today I will not be giving a major policy address on counterterrorism or homeland security or immigration, cybersecurity. If any member of the press is here, and I know if you are, looking for some major news today, you will be disappointed. Instead, watch ABC News tomorrow morning, my exclusive interview, Sunday Morning News. I want to talk directly to the students who are here and your families about your future, the next chapter of your life. Many of you are sitting here wondering about those things. As Dr. Lyons indicated to you, I no longer pretend to know firsthand what is on the mind of a young person, so I need help, which is why I wanted to come to the campus and meet with your student leaders to find out what was on your mind. You see, I have two college-age kids myself who repeatedly remind me that I don't know what is on the mind of a young person. You see, I come from the era of Aretha, Otis, Dion, Diane, Luther, Smokey, Curtis, Marvin, Jackie, Sam and Dave. I'm talking to you all from born in the 1950s, the early 1960s. My kids say, "Dad, that's music from your time." I find my son now listening to the very same thing and take great pride in saying, "My time is your time." I am aware that many of you graduating here today, undergrad or with a master's, have spent time in the workforce already. I want to help you understand the road ahead. So today I want to share with you some lessons learned in my own experience in the 33 years since I left law school and the 36 years since I left Morehouse College. Most commencement addresses are respectfully heard, but then quickly forgotten. My goal today is to offer to you something useful that you may remember. Lesson number one: you have it within you to do more than you know, mentally and physically. In high school in this city, my son did his absolute best in the 200-meter and achieved 24.2 as a senior year. In his senior year, he would run, he would sweat, he would throw up, he would do everything, and he got his time down to 24.2. One of the best in the city, with the exception of Wilson High School. And I said, "Son, you can do better." And he said, "Dad, no, I can't. I've worked so hard, I've done everything humanly possible to get to 24.2. My son, 2 years later, now finishing his sophomore year in college, runs a 21.9. His relay team is ranked 5th in Division III nationwide. You have it within you to do more than you know. I, too, am living proof of this. Today, I'm the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, as you have heard. But you are looking at somebody who was a C and D student in high school. In fact, in my house, growing up, a C on my report card was a gift. You're looking at somebody who never successfully completed math beyond 10th grade math. I took 9th grade math in 9th grade and flunked. I took 9th grade math again in 10th grade and passed. I took 10th grade math in 11th grade and passed. I took 11th grade math in 12th grade and flunked the New York State Regents exam, but graduated. I was tuned out and didn't care. The only time in my entire 57 and a half years of life that I ever heard my mother utter a 4-letter word was when she got my report card. My ways continued at Morehouse College. My freshman year, I had a 1.8 GPA. Yes, 1.8 GPA. But by sophomore year, something within me was brewing, and I was inspired by all that I saw and I heard. And so I found it within me, something I did not know was there, to do better. My guidance counselor in high school told my mother, who was distraught, "Don't think about college for your son." But my parents pressed on. They never gave up on me. So sophomore year at Morehouse College, first semester, 3.0. It helped that I got the car that my dad promised me. Sophomore year, second semester, 3.5. Junior year, first semester, 4.0. Junior year, second semester, 4.0. Senior year, first semester, 4.0. Senior year, second semester, 4.0. I arrived at Morehouse College a boy, and I left a man on fire. Someone self-confident who believed he could do anything. Our U.S. military is filled with stories of wounded warriors who accomplish the incomprehensible. For several years, while I was General Counsel of the Department of Defense, I was briefed on intelligence matters by a 38-year-old Army major. After his tour in the Pentagon was done, someone told me about this Army major. They said he had been on 16 deployments, been in 6 accidents, broke his back, broke his neck, was severely injured when his parachute failed to open, shot in the back, lost part of his leg to an RPG, was the victim of 3 separate IED attacks in his deployments. But today, this man runs triathlons and 50-mile races. You have it within you to do more than you know. Don't tell yourself that you are limited in your own abilities. Lesson 2, you must make your own mistakes, but you must also learn from your mistakes. Neither I nor anyone else can teach you to avoid mistakes. You will make them, but you must learn from them. I have resigned myself to the fact that I must let my own kids make their own mistakes, except when it comes to physical bodily injury or possibly breaking the law. I must resign myself to letting my kids make their own mistakes, provided they learn from them. You make your own mistakes, but you must learn from them. You will make your own bad choices. You will make bad choices about bad investments, bad relationships, the uncomfortable pair of shoes you bought today for graduation, the bad haircut. You make bad choices, but you must learn from them. Mistakes are part of life. They are actually the best learning experiences. They are growth experiences. A person who does not learn from his own mistakes is a fool. Lesson 3, 60% of life is trying. In Washington here, we like to say decisions are made by those who show up at the meeting. In the classroom, you never get the answer right unless you are willing to raise your hand and try. In politics, you will never occupy elected office unless you are willing to offer yourself as the candidate and you are not afraid to fail. No one gets the job or wins the race without being willing to try first. Lesson 4, the key to advancement is doing everything you can at each step along the way. Perform each job as best you can, even if the job was not your first choice job. Perform each task with the energy, excellence, and a smile, and impress each person along the way. Each task is your opportunity to shine and impress. This is the path to promotion and achievement. Do not sulk or bring to the job the attitude, "This is beneath me. How soon can I get out of here?" As my fellow Morehouse man, Martin Luther King, used to say, if you're assigned to sweep streets like Michelangelo painted pictures, sweep streets like Beethoven composed music, sweep streets like Shakespeare wrote poetry. If you can't be the sun, be a star, but be the best at whatever you are. Lesson 5, look for mentors. We all need mentors. My mentor was a man by the name of Arthur Lyman in my law practice in New York City. Seek out mentors. Do not assume that they will seek you out. Mentors tend to be very busy people. Take the initiative. Put yourself forward. Tell them, I want to learn from you. It'll be good for you and good for them. Seek out mentors. Lesson 6, treat others as you would have them treat you. Treat everyone with courtesy and respect, the courtesy and respect that they deserve. Appeal to the best, not the worst in people. Most people will respond in kind. So, send me a text in complete sentences, in initial caps. Don't talk to me on a speakerphone. Clean up after your dog after he can't resist my flower bed. Write a thank you note after you've been invited to dinner. A little courtesy goes a long way. It brings out the best in others, and you never know who you will need later in life along the way. Lesson 7, and this is my guiding principle in public office. Always do the right thing. I say that knowing very often that the right thing can be the hard thing. The right thing is not the expedient thing. Do the right thing. Clean up after your dog after he's gone in my flower bed, even if I'm not looking. Be honest with people. Never lie. Most of us are lousy at being dishonest. We're lousy at being deceptive. Eventually, it catches up with you. Doing the right thing means a clear conscience. And a clear conscience means a good night's sleep, more than you will ever know. Doing the right thing means feeling good about yourself as a person. Doing the right thing, not doing the right thing, deceiving people is corrosive on your own dignity, your own spirit, your own feeling of self-worth. Lesson 8, consider a career in public service. Benjamin Mays, President Emeritus of Morehouse College, used to tell us at Morehouse, we earn a living by what we get. We earn a life by what we give. Consider a career in public service. Consider a career in the U.S. military. Take advantage of the fact that you've gone to school here in Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. Mr. John Lake II, please stand up. Where are you, John? There he is. John Lake is getting an MS in Homeland Security. He's part of our ROTC program here. He's going into the U.S. Army. Not only that, he is within the top 15 out of 5,650 cadets being commissioned this year. John, I hope I haven't exaggerated that. He will serve as a cyber war officer in the Army's Cyber Command. This is a man willing to step up and serve his country immediately upon leaving school. I want the other 14 who are getting MSs in Homeland Security to please stand. Where are you? Please stand up. All right. Congratulations to all of you for your public service, your willingness to serve in this important area. Thanks. Have a seat. Thank you. In my own career, I've earned a lot of money as a private corporate lawyer, but the thing that I value the most, more than anything I could accomplish in private life, is my public service. I know that no matter what I accomplish in private life, in private law practice, no matter how much money I could make, the first paragraph of my obituary will be about my public service. The opportunity to serve others and make a difference is self-satisfying and simply makes you a happy person. Lesson 9, honor your family. Honor your parents, your children, your grandparents, your brothers, your sisters. Never forget what they have done for you. Care for your parents as they get older, just as they took care of you when you were younger. Lesson 10, and finally, if you follow everything I've said, I guarantee you will see and do great things in your postgraduate life beyond your comprehension as you sit here now. Think about this. Follow that course and you will do far more than you can possibly comprehend right now as you sit here. My father, who's still alive, is 84 years old. He graduated from college 62 years ago. The year he was born, his grandfather, an emancipated slave, was still alive. My father grew up in the segregated South and traveled to college in a segregated railroad car. In the relatively short span of his life, he has seen the advent of the TV, the color TV, the electronic typewriter, the computer, the word processor, the telex, the fax, the internet, the iPod, the iPhone, the iPad, the space program, the defeat of Nazi Germany, the collapse of the Soviet Union, the Civil Rights Act of 1957, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Voting Rights Act of 1965, the Fair Housing Act of 1968, and a black man in the Oval Office. My mother is 82 years old. She grew up in Northeast Washington, D.C. on Maryland Avenue. She still recalls 70 years ago the great excitement she felt when she saw Franklin Delano Roosevelt drive by in an open car with the dog and a Secret Service detail following right behind. My mother has now lived long enough to see her C&D student son become a protectee of the United States Secret Service. Today you face a rising sun and a new day begun. Do all these things, and you will have lived a life worthy of all that you and your family and this school and God has invested in you. Thank you very much.